Hi, Cancer. Let's see what the universe is wanting to tell you. My readings are timeless, and when you find them is when you are meant to hear the messages. Take what resonates, leave the rest, and if the reading does not resonate at all for you, don't try to make it fit. This is for the collective Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Cusp viewers. The cross watchers are welcome, and I will never contact you and offer you any readings. If someone is doing that, it's not me, it is a scammer. Spirit, what does Cancer need to know at this time? Okay. The first card, well, we actually got a few cards. So we have the month of September. So something could be happening this coming September. Something could have happened last September. Something that started last September could be culminating by this September. So a year's time. You could be dealing with someone born in the month of September, but September is important for some reason in this reading. We see the hat. You will be playing a different role. So there's some kind of different role you're going to be playing. It could be in your work life, it could be in your personal life. We have rabbit. Too much concern with sexual matters. So you could be dealing with someone who has too much concern for sexual matters, or you could have too much concern with sexual matters. You could also be dealing with a relationship here with the rabbit that, it's just friends with benefits. It's all about sex. There's nothing else to it. We see basket, recognition, a reward for merit. Nice. So you're getting recognized for something, you're getting rewarded for something, that there's some kind of recognition or reward for merit here. On the bottom of the deck, we see the wow, family wishes come true. Whatever these family wishes are that are coming true, this is important to this reading in some way. And we are going to clarify the cards and we're going to see what's going on. Spirit, help me clarify the cards for Cancer. Why is September here? Okay, King of Wands, masculine fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Two of Swords. Dig a little bit deeper. Justice, Libra energy with justice. So I do feel like, I'm not sure how September is playing into this. This could be something happening for you in the month of September for sure. September is important here. But what I see is there is someone here. I do not feel like the King of Wands is your energy. I do think that is someone else's energy. They could have fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They don't have to. Disregard gender because there is no gender in tarot. There is only energy. We all have masculine and feminine energy within us. But you do have a King of Wands here. The King of Wands is someone who's determined. They go after what they want. They're very charismatic and attractive, and they can be they can be very charming. They're usually very open-hearted, warm-hearted though. But I do feel like this King of Wands is someone who did something that was unfair. There was some injustice here, some unfairness, and I feel like it has got you in the Two of Swords energy where you may be closed off to them. I do feel like with the Eight of Pentacles here that you are just focused on material things. You're focused on your work and things that you're doing in the material world, and you're no longer focused on this person anymore. And I feel like when this person comes around though, it may put you a little bit at a stalemate. But right now I just think that you're really closed off to them. Spirit, show me King of Wands. Why is King of Wands? Because I do feel like they did something very unfair. Yeah, Five of Swords and the Chariot. And the Ace of Swords. Yeah, there was epiphany here. I feel like you gained some kind of knowledge here. Ten of Cups. This is someone that you could have family with, children with, considered to be family. It doesn't have to be. It is someone that I feel like you thought would be your Ten of Cups, though. You're happily ever after. But I feel like you got the epiphany here, or that knowledge that you needed, that insight that you needed to realize that this wasn't going to work out. There was something here where this person just wanted to win at all cost. I feel like you moved away from this. The Chariot is your energy. You moved away from that Five of Swords energy where you were dealing with someone who maybe just wanted to win at all cost. Someone where there was conflict. Spirit, show me the Five of Swords and the Chariot. Why is the Five of Swords Chariot here? Show me the Five of Swords and the Chariot. The Magician. Yeah, this is someone who I do feel like, was not being honest. They were manipulating the situation. They could have been creating illusions and delusions. They may have made you an option instead of the choice. So this is someone who may have had a lot of different people, or at least one other person. Hold on just a second. My cat wants in the door. Give me 1 second, Cancer. Sorry, Cancer. My cat will cry at the door until I let her in. Okay, where was I? Yes. So this is someone that I do feel like, could have made you an option. They were confused. They either made you an option, but they definitely created some kind of delusions. And I think it was because for some of you, they were making you an option. There were other choices that they had. For others of you, this is someone who just was confused about what they wanted, if they wanted this. Spirit, show me how. You will be playing a different role. And I do feel like that deceptive energy, that whatever they were doing, I feel like there was conflict because of that. And I do feel like you moved away from the situation. Spirit, show me hat. Why is hat here? Look at that. The Two of Swords come back out. Queen of Cups, feminine water energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This is your energy here with the Queen of Cups. Six of Wands. Wow. You're getting some kind of success. You're coming out in your feminine Queen of Cups energy. Disregard gender again. There is no gender in tarot, but the Queen of Cups is someone who she gives that full cup of love. She gives unconditionally. But I don't feel like that you're giving to this person that unconditional love anymore. I feel like you are closed off to them. And I feel like you are now turning that love inside. You're giving yourself that love now. You're not giving it to them anymore. And I do feel like you're bringing in some kind of success in your life here with the Six of Wands because of that. Because you started focusing on yourself, maybe your material world. We saw you over here working on something in the material world. Because you did that, because you started nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself, working on yourself, working on the material world, something that you're doing in the material world, you are going to be having success. Spirit, show me the Two of Swords. Why is the Two of Swords here, Spirit? The Hermit. Look at that, because you have went within. Virgo energy with the Hermit. You went within. You went within and you did that soul searching. You may have had little to no contact with this person, but you went within and you've been listening to your higher self here. And I do feel like you've been building a solid foundation in your life. Spirit, show me the Hermit. Why is the Hermit here? Okay. Wow. You have the Hanged Man, the Star, and the Lovers. Oh my goodness. With the Ten of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Look at that. Remember, we saw the Ten of Cups over there. Yep. Hangman, Pisces energy. The Star is Aquarius energy. The Lovers is Gemini energy. All major arcanas here. And so is the Hermit. This is something huge. This is rewarded sacrifice here. But I do feel like, and I feel like you're getting some kind of wish fulfillment here. But there is a choice that you're going to have to make. You're going to have to make the choice because this person is coming in towards you here. They're planning on coming in and, I feel like trying to heal this connection here. But I feel like you're getting a rewarded sacrifice for what you've been working on, something you've been doing. And you're getting wish fulfillment. But there is a major life decision here with the Lovers that you are going to have to make about this person. But I feel like you need to decide if this person is your Ten of Cups, and then go with that decision. If this person is your Ten of Cups and you want this person, then we all have free will and you can take this person back. But this is someone who did something deceptive in the past where there was a lot of conflict. They either was confused about the connection, or they did not, or they could have made you an option. And it will depend on what happened and how you feel. You know, we all have free will. You need to figure out what is your 10 of cups though, because you definitely have some kind of successes coming in for something that you're working on. Spirit, show me rabbit. Too much concern with sexual matters. Oh my goodness. I'm seeing the Queen of Cups. And I saw the 7 of Cups, by the way, but some flew out too. The World, Strength. I'm not going to take all of these. But yeah, there was a cycle that closed out. I think it was very difficult to close the cycle out, because you were giving your full cup of love to this person. You were giving this person unconditional love, but like I said, I feel like they had options, other options. I do think that this is someone who maybe was too concerned with sexual matters. They were not really looking for maybe long term. They were just looking for sex. Spirit, show me the rabbit, and why is it here? Look at that. There it came out again. There's 3 of Pentacles. This is someone that you wanted to build a solid foundation with, but they did not build a solid foundation with you because they were too concerned with sexual matters. They missed this opportunity. They made you an option. They had other options here, and they just wanted your attention, and they weren't building with you, and you were the one who was trying to build, and they were not trying to build. And now I feel like you're building for yourself. You've done it by yourself. Maybe this is someone you thought you would, build the home, the family, stability, security with this person, but they did not put in their time, energy into this connection the way that you did. And now you're building that solid foundation all by yourself. Spirit, show me 6 of Wands, 4 of Cups, 7 of Cups. Why is 6 of Wands, 4 of Cups, 7 of Cups here? The Page of Pentacles. And the 7 of Wands. They're coming in. They're coming in. Judgment. They're coming back around here. They want to bring this back from the dead. This relationship. They want to transform the ending here and start over. They're coming in. They're very determined. They could be offering, Page of Pentacles, they could be offering you something in the material world. This could be something as simple as a commitment where there was no commitment maybe in the past. Or it could be an actual physical gift, but I feel like they're bringing in an offer, something in the material world, something to build on. Spirit, show me Page of Pentacles. Why is Page of Pentacles here? Show me the Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, they're taking action for sure towards you here with the Knights coming out. Knights are action cards. They're taking brave, impulsive action forward after a period of maybe coming in very slowly. They may have even been feeling stagnant here about coming towards you. I feel like they were stuck about whether or not to come in. And they've always been planning to come back around, but they've been coming in very slowly here, maybe because they know whatever happened, that you may not want them back now, that it could have even been too long. But they've been watching you the whole time with the Page of Swords. They've been keeping up with you. They could be watching your social media. They could be, driving by your house. But they have been keeping tabs on you. They could be asking friends about you. They've been keeping tabs on you and watching you. Spirit, show me basket. Recognition, reward for merit. Oh my goodness, look at that. The Queen of Wands. Now, they did come out as the King of Wands. We saw you multiple times as the Queen of Cups, which is your natural water energy. But here we see you in the Queen of Wands energy, because I feel like Ace of Swords here on the bottom of the deck. Because I feel like here, the Ace of Swords, and we've seen the Ace of Swords before, you getting that epiphany, you understanding that you weren't what you were dealing with, because they were trying to create illusions and delusions, but it didn't work. You went within. You listened to your higher self. You understood what was going on. You are very sharp here with Ace of Swords. And I feel like you've been, like I said, working on something in the material world, and you are in this Queen of Wands energy now, going after what you want, being very determined. And I will tell you with this Ace of Swords, I feel like this is a new beginning for you, whatever this basket is. But the Ace of Swords is a new beginning after a period of difficulty. It's a hard fought victory, and that's what I feel like you're getting here, a hard fought victory. And you need to be that Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, she does what she wants and she goes after what she wants. And that's the energy that you need to be in. Queen of Wands is feminine fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Spirit, show me the Queen of Wands. Why is the Queen of Wands? And whether you want this person back or you don't, I feel like there's something happening for you here in the material world with this basket. We saw you working on something in the material world. We saw you over here getting success. Spirit, show me Queen of Wands. You could do something in the public eye. Six of Wands. You could sorry, lost my train of thought, but you could do something in the public eye. You could be seen by the public. You don't have to be, though. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Because of all the wands that keep seeing with you, it could be something creative that you're doing even. Okay, one just flew out. We have that Seven of Wands. Two of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles is Eight Pentacles, which we saw over there. You working on something. I do feel like here that whatever this, I feel like you have been determined, going after what you want here. You may feel this Two of Pentacles. You may be feeling the Two of Pentacles where you're very stretched, very thin, feeling like you don't have enough in the material world. But you do have something here coming towards you. This is something that's being given to you. I feel like it's, for the work that you're doing. It's an increase in material wealth here because of the work that you're doing. It's going to take you up out of Two of Pentacles, feeling like you don't have enough, feeling stretched very thin, to having plenty and focusing more, being able to focus more on what you're working on. Spirit, show me Seven of Wands. Why is it here? And maybe not having to work quite so hard as well. You're getting recognized. You're getting some kind of reward from air. And I feel like it's in the material world. Show me the Seven of Wands, Spirit. Strength. Leo energy. And the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. Having the strength. You kept going. That situation over there, you put your time, your energy, your resources into, it never bared fruit. It never came to fruition for you. That's that relationship. You put time and energy and resources into the relationship. It did not bear fruit for you. And now they're coming back around. And you are going to have to decide if that is a situation that you want to put more time and energy and resources into. Because I do feel like you're going to have to rebuild that from the bottom up and rebuild trust with that person. But you've been putting your time, your energy, and your resources into something in the material world. It's been difficult, but you've been strong here. And you're bringing in success because of it. Let's get you an oracle card for guidance. Spirit, give me an oracle card for guidance for Cancer. What guidance do you have for them? We have, Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. And I'm going to read it to you. The time has come to be gentle and diplomatic when dealing with others. You might have found yourself in a situation where negotiations are necessary in order to reach your goal. Be mindful of the words you choose, but do not worry. Dear Spirit reminds you that you have the ability to be sure-footed and confident while showing humility and respect for others. You will feel that your capacity for calm and grounded communication is heightened at this time. Follow the way of Dear Spirit, and you will do well, gaining the respect of others and finding common ground that is pleasing to you. Remember that understanding others and their needs will be more powerful at this time than putting your own first. If you do that, you will be rewarded tenfold. So I do feel like it's saying, not to argue, not to fight with this person. And it even says the protection message goes, Dear Spirit is bringing you a gentle warning that now is not the time to engage in an argument, no matter how volatile others are being. Do not match their intensity with your own. If you are dealing with an overly assertive person, and I feel like you will be here with the King of Wands. King of Wands can be very assertive. He goes after what he wants and he is very determined in doing whatever it is that he's wanting to do. And that's the energy that this person is coming at you. It says, but I think that what Spirit wants you to do is not, don't match that intensity. If you are dealing with an overly assertive person, step back and disengage lest you agree to something out of alignment with your intentions. Don't let anyone bully you into anything you're uncomfortable with. You have solid footing if you stand your ground with grace. Those who disagree will begin to find their own gentleness and willingness to compromise. Dear Spirit also brings the message that it might be easy to offend someone today or take offense because someone lacks diplomacy. Let all of that pass. You are not meant to take this world personally. While it's a beautiful gift to be sensitive, today you need a tougher hide so that any compromises you make allow you to maintain your integrity. So this person could come off a little aggressively, a little assertively, maybe even trying to kind of push you into this. But don't let that happen, but don't match their intensity. Don't argue, don't fight. Um, do what you need to do with grace. Okay, Cancer, I hope you enjoyed the reading, and if you did, please like the video.